Her young life marked by hardship and trauma, but that did not stop a young Victoria Jackson, who did not finish high school, from concocting in her garage her own custom beauty products that she would turn into a billion-dollar beauty empire.
Here is one of the most successful businesswomen in all America. Her name is Victoria Jackson.
Victoria Jackson is a phenomenon in the world of beauty.
How? She was among the first to master the infomercial, selling her own brand of no makeup, trailblazing a new way for women to shop and think of their own beauty. She was a titan success, selling $1 million in product a week, became a best-selling author with a network of powerful friends, living her dream. But just at the pinnacle of brand dominance, Victoria would receive a devastating blow. Her 13-year-old daughter, Allie, diagnosed with a rare, fatal disease. Given just 4 years to live, for Jackson, an unacceptable fate. With the same ferocity of will that built her career, Jackson traded in mascara and makeup for medicine, assembled the greatest scientific minds in the world to try and save her daughter and others like her. The result? Jackson's Global Research Foundation has helped pioneer treatments that today are saving lives. A story of reinvention, resilience, the power of love and purpose. Victoria Jackson, she is today's LA Story. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Giselle Fernandez. We're here in the beautiful Beverly Hills home of Victoria Jackson, who went from makeup mogul to medical trailblazer and literally has changed the world. It is so wonderful to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction.
Well, your story is so inspiring as a woman, as an entrepreneur, as a medical trailblazer, as a mother. Are you even surprised at all you've been able to accomplish?
Definitely. I think that's what's so amazing is you just never know what life is going to serve up, and then it's all about how do you meet the moment.
Well, you've more than met the moment from the very beginning, but your beginning wasn't easy.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you how that hardship in your early life actually shaped your trajectory and your destiny.
I was born a little worrier early on, and it just seemed like I went into survival mode. I'm really okay to talk about it because, you know, it's been a while, but in the 70s, there was a notorious pillowcase rapist, and I was one of the victims, and that really, if you're talking about, it's overwhelming. My family was sleeping when he came in through a doggy door.
How old were you at the time?
I was 17, and I was in my last year of high school, and all of a sudden there was somebody standing in front of me that was telling me not to move. He had also stabbed me. I won't go into the gory details of all of that, but I will say that I knew it wasn't my time. Like I kept saying, I'm 17, I'm here for a reason. There's a reason that I'm on this planet. And it taught me a little bit about a technique of disassociating so that I can zoom out and have different perspectives of different situations. And I just knew I was here to do things in the world. Now I know what they all were, but I didn't at the time.
How did you escape him?
I counted to 3 and I screamed and it came out, and he pulled off his ski mask, dropped it, and ran out. I ran upstairs because I thought I was going to find my mom and my stepdad and my family gone, and they were sleeping.
How did that impact you and your young self?
I'm really claustrophobic still to this day, so I have to work hard to get through my claustrophobia because he had me in a really confined small space, and it just changed the whole trajectory of my life.
You had this intense drive to accomplish things that most girls, especially in that era, would not even think of.
Yeah. I never did graduate high school, and I never did go to college, but I went to beauty school, and I wanted to be a famous Hollywood makeup artist. I really wanted to work for all the fashion magazines.
And your big break came with People magazine.
The makeup artist that was going to do Larry Hagman for a People magazine cover was unavailable, couldn't come, and asked me if I would do it. And that just kicked off really my career of doing what became hundreds of magazine covers, album covers, 13 years as a makeup artist.
And then you decided, because this is just who you seem to be, to launch your own Victoria Jackson cosmetics brand.
I was in my garage just mixing up like pots and pans and different colors of foundations to try to create my own little blend and concoction, because it came out of a sense of need. I saw something in the marketplace that we needed a foundation that didn't exist. At the time, everybody looked overly made up. I wanted to do something that, you know, hadn't been done before.
You literally put all the materials together yourself and did that?
I did that. I was starting, really, at the time I didn't know it, but a whole movement of no makeup makeup. I would then give it to celebrities, people that I was working with, helping women, you know, empower them to be able to do their own makeup.
I mean, how you generated that all on your own is just remarkable. Then you went and pitched infomercials, right? When executives doubted that women would buy makeup without being able to touch it and see it and feel it, you not only convinced them, but you sold $1 million in product a week.
I think this is my best offer yet. Take a look. They didn't think that you could sell cosmetics on television, that women need to see them and touch them, and they're not going to know what colors to pick. And I really had an answer for each step of the way. You get everything you would need in one box, you know, the blush and the lips all coordinated, and you just picked out your foundation. But then you received this VHS 3-hour-long tutorials that you would need to know and how to use the product.
You were before YouTube.
I was before YouTube.
Everything.
I was before
social media,
you know, any of that. And it would tell you how to make your eyes bigger or your lips fuller or whatever problem or flaw you think you had. I created ultimately 600 products.
So you were a behemoth success with American Telecast, and then you went to Guthrie Ranker.
And then I went on to QVC, and it was $1 million in sales from there on in.
I love being on QVC because I get to tell everybody how great it is.
And then there was a marriage with Bill Guthrie. How did that marriage amplify all of your brands?
You know, we became known as like the king and queen of, you know, the infomercials. And quite honestly, even looking back now, American Telecast, my partners at the time, were not exactly the happiest about that, if we're being honest, because there was a little bit of, you know, maybe sleeping with the enemy. So
it's a great way to say it.
They got over it.
You were at the top of your career. Did you feel like your life was just, you were living a dream?
Absolutely. You know, we've come quite far now, and I feel so fortunate, really blessed to have the life that I do.
If you had to point to one thing that helped you get there, what would you say it is?
It's definitely perseverance. Perseverance is really the key to my success. I always wanted to empower women to show really how you can triumph over tragedy.
And then a mother's worst nightmare confronted you. News a mother most fears that her daughter is diagnosed with a fatal autoimmune disease called neuromyelitis optica.
Everything I knew in the world of, let's call it, you know, mascara and makeup was over. When I reflected back on my pillowcase situation, this is why I was here. I was here to not only save my daughter, but save people, you know, make a difference for people that were all diagnosed with this condition.
And we're going to get into all the changes you made, not only for your own daughter, but for so many people when we come right back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Giselle Fernandez here with beauty titan Victoria Jackson, who at the top of her behemoth cosmetics career gets the news a mother most fears, that her daughter is given 4 years to live. When you heard that diagnosis, what was your first reaction?
I mean, I just pretty much wanted to collapse. I mean, I couldn't believe it. It's still very emotional to me, obviously. When Allie was diagnosed, I really walked away from my cosmetic company. It was literally like overnight, shut the book on, you know, makeup and open the book on medicine. And I just went into that survival. Not only now was it for me, but it was for my daughter. We had just gone to an eye doctor, like she's got an eye thing and it's gonna be fine. And You know, when they were then saying it's best you get to the Mayo Clinic and just, you know, she should just enjoy her life and just enjoy the time that you have now. And I was like, no effing way, like that's not gonna happen, and this is not gonna be the reality.
Yeah, I mean, you went online and it's NMO, the acronym, and you taught yourself molecular immunology to figure this out because everything you found online said fatal, fatal, fatal.
Yeah, I didn't even know one other person that had this. I mean, that was a whole journey in itself.
What is it actually?
So what NMO is an autoimmune disease that attacks myelin. And myelin is optic neuritis, you know, your optic nerve and your spinal cord. And they told me within a few months that she would either be blind or that, you know, she'd never walk again, and then ultimately it would stop her from breathing. I just was immediately like, I have to learn everything there is about this. I went to Stanford and I started to work with different doctors, advisors, and started to learn everything about this, from molecular medicine to autoimmune disease to just everything that I could absorb. So I'm like, she will have never, you know, had a drink. She will have never had a boyfriend. She will have never been married, you know. And I was also going into sleep deprivation. You start not thinking as clearly. But you're also just panicking, you know. And I was working at the speed of life to build this foundation, which I now have, a different kind of foundation, going from a makeup foundation to a medical foundation.
Your husband, Bill, became, he says, the funder, but you became the finder.
Yes.
And as you said, you went all over the world to scour the best experts because there was nothing on this. There were no treatments.
As I started amassing this group of scientists, clinicians, researchers, bringing them all together, families, we paid to bring families together from all around the world. I had to show that a lot more people had this. I have to build a blood bank. Sure, I can do that. I used to make lip gloss, you know, I mean, it was like, wow. I had to get to their brain trust through really what was a shared sense of humanity. And that was the same way I had to get to the pharmaceutical companies to share all of their findings. Everyone has to work together. And because I was the sole funder, thank you, my cosmetic company, and thank you, my husband's, we demanded that everybody collaborate and share materials or they wouldn't be funded. So pharmaceutical companies came to the table, which everybody said is completely impossible.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
From your research, from your foundation, you created 4 therapies that not only saved your daughter, but others battling the same disease.
Yeah, there are therapies now that never existed, but now I'm going for cures. I'm going to the next place. There's no reason why we can't actually be curing things. She's on a drug and she's stable, and you know, I've seen this drug is now out worldwide.
I mean, come on. For a girl that didn't graduate high school.
I know.
When you think of your titan successes in business and the medical breakthroughs, how do you define the success you're most proud of?
And the success I'm most proud of is my 3 children. I'm a mom. You know, my phone's always with me. I'm a mom. I love my kids. Allie's on a therapy now. And she's extraordinary. I mean, JD
She's
MBA.
doing well.
She's just kicking ass in the world.
And healthy.
And healthy. She's so positive. You know, when they just said to just live your life, she took that to heart, and she does. I mean, she was captain of the tennis team and, you know, just decided to rise above and was there for me when, during all of this, I was diagnosed with cancer. But my daughter was there for me. We did write a book
called Saving Each Other.
And there was a moment like before I went in for surgery and I was crying and I was so emotional, and I don't even have a problem saying I had uterine cancer and I was about to have this full hysterectomy. And I was crying. She was there for me, and we're just very, very, very close. we've been through a lot together.
You certainly have, and you've survived and then thrived.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we're going to talk about how you continue, obviously, to lead that foundation and that search for a cure, but you've also once more reinvented yourself in magnificent ways that benefit so many. And we're going to get into that when we come right back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Giselle Fernandez here with beauty titan and medical trailblazer Victoria Jackson, who, after literally conquering the unimaginable, then came back with the ferocity of another makeup brand, books, a bookstore, and so much more. What drives you?
I thought, you know what? Maybe I can take a minute and kind of rewind a little bit and go back into my life and create another product. No makeup. That is the best thing I've ever done. Kind of back with the pots and the pans again.
I mean, you have the Mama Midas touch, for sure. The flex shade technology is really interesting because it really adapts, almost customizes to people's skin tones.
It's amazing. You really hit every skin tone in 13 shades. And I've been back on QVC 30 years later. When I first went on QVC, I was, in Malibu in a little mini skirt. And now I'm, in Pennsylvania, 30-something years later with no makeup. I'm so excited to be back here at QVC. And I'm all about age positive because now I just turned 70 and I'm trying to tell people.
I'll have what she's having.
And the interesting challenge for me now is there's no more infomercials. And it's all Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. And now I don't have 30 minutes to tell my story. I have like less than 30 seconds. But I'm seeing, wow, I'm looking at these young people doing tutorials going, oh my gosh, I did that, I got this.
Well, you not only have this thriving, reinvention of your brand, but you also have written, as you said, 5 books.
Yeah.
Saving each other, but also on beauty. And on worrying.
Yeah, because there's so much instability, and I really wanted to write a book to navigate worry and stress and anxiety. And I feel like I've dealt with so many things. I thought I want to always share, hey, this is what's worked for me. This may work for you. I've even, in my fragrance that I just came out with, No Fragrance Fragrance, which I designed for people like myself that are allergic to fragrances. I made it like a little worry stone that you hold in your hand. That's really comforting. So I'm always problem solving, but combining. It's an interesting time in my life to take all of these reflections, and I'm really kind of pouring it into No Makeup right now.
You also created this incredible bookstore called Godmothers, which I'm hearing so many people rave about.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Godmothers, which is so cool. Oprah helped us name the bookstore Godmothers, and we've been so lucky to have some amazing people there. And I wanted to create this community center, this gathering space, which is something that's so needed right now. So it's really this amazing place where there's a lot of storytelling and connection that's happening.
What do you think about that when you reflect back on what you've done?
There was a moment, when I was being inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame in 2017 by Gloria Steinem, and I was like, wow. But when I really picked my head up and it all hit me, quite honestly, and I know it's a little bit of a braggy moment, but in 2018 I was given the Pontifical Award by the Pope in the Vatican, and they were playing my infomercial and pieces about me, and all of a sudden it all started flashing in my mind. It was just this very surreal moment in my life that made me go, whoa.
What do you want people most to learn from your story?
Oh my gosh, that, I hear from young people that might be in their 20s or 30s and they think it's all been written, and, I never knew what I wanted to do. I hated that question when people say, what do you want to do when you grow up? Or, I didn't know. I just think you have to just be so open to life, and it's how you meet all these extraordinary moments that are going to happen to you that you don't even know. How, in my case, my success story, and knowing that all the failures would be one day I'd be sitting with a Giselle Fernandez or an Oprah, whoever, telling, oh, this is just part of what my story's gonna be. You don't know what your story's gonna be. And just being open to all the magic and the blessings and the tragedies and all of it. It's all there for you to meet that moment.
What is next for you?
To continue to explore joy. Happiness for me has been a little elusive, but maybe I can just work on joy.
I understand that. I think many women do.
Yeah.
You are profoundly inspiring, a titan, entrepreneur, mother, medical trailblazer. It's been wildly inspiring sitting with you. I wish you continued success. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching another edition of LA Stories. I'm Giselle Fernandez. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.